Good morning. Of course, I'm out in the forest, so my normal procedure didn't work. I got everything all mixed up, but here we are. We're live from the Coconino National Forest in northern Arizona in the Flagstaff area. So my normal procedure didn't work. Let me turn that volume down. Okay. I forgot you got to click go live. One minor detail I missed this morning. Let me get over to the chat here. All right. So Gracie and Jacques were the first ones in this morning. Good morning. Good morning. And we have the small town tourist. And Sandra Robinson, first time here. Thank you, Sandra, for coming in. Hawkins Family Adventures stopped by. She's got to work today. Appreciate you, Sandra. We are coming to you live, like I said, from the Coconino National Forest up in the Flagstaff area, and we're coming to you via Starlink internet. So if you could let me know if it looks okay, sounds okay, I'd appreciate that very much. All right. Appreciate Ava Potterfield and friends giving me a shout out on her live this morning. She has a live every morning at 6 o'clock Arizona time. And she always shouts out my channel, and I appreciate that. If you haven't seen Ava's channel, she has a great channel with Doug. They do a lot of music, and she was playing her flutes this morning. That was pretty cool. I love flute music, so be sure to check her out. Yeah, and she asked Sandra Robinson to stop in and gave her the directions to get here, and appreciate that very much. So Sandra's saying Ava does a really nice outro where she gives some words of encouragement at the end of all of her live streams, and we appreciate that. And Sandra certainly does as well. There's Jolly Matilda. Good morning. Thank you for being here. She's from Virginia. Yep, she's getting rain over there. We have James Catney's here. Good morning, James. Good to see you, buddy. Mellow Nomadic Adventures. Marshall, good morning, Marshall. Thank you very much for being here. I know there's been some rough weather up in your area. Hopefully everything is fine. Yeah, Jolly Matilda's in Norfolk, Virginia. She used to live here in the Tucson area. And Oki and I were stationed over there in Norfolk for a few years. So Small Town Tourist is up in Mesa, I believe, if I recall correctly. We have received a lot of rain the last few weeks, and we sure do need it. The rain up here in the forest has been good this year so far. In fact, we've got some mud as a result of it, but we deal with that because we certainly do need the water. And Badge is here. Good morning, Badge. Good to see you. Hello, where's the star? The stars are up there, Badge. Hope you're doing well, Badge. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, we really needed the rain here. We had forest fires all over the place, and Roy and Becky have been dodging those. There's Roy right there. Roy's and Becky are camped right next to us. We spent the week with them. Had a great time sitting around the fire. There's their rig right behind me. So maybe if we're lucky, he might make a cameo appearance and stop by and say hello. We'll see. But we've had a great time with them this week. And I wanted to do a live stream through Starlink to see if it worked, for one. And then Roy and Becky are thinking about getting one because they're full-time nomads and they do live streams every morning at 10 o'clock. And also on Friday evening, they do a live stream. So if you haven't checked out Roy and Becky's travels, they're great people. You would enjoy watching their live streams. They're good people, and we just love them to death. Everybody's saying hello. Let me catch up to the chat here. Dream on Wheels is here. Good morning. Now, who do we have here? Do we have Travis or Yanai? All right, James says it's working okay, Steve. That's good. Good. That's good to hear. All right. I got a 1. That means it's good. Perfect so far. Good. Good to hear. All right. Marshall says it sounds good. That's good. You know, it's pretty amazing that you can take this system, and I run it off batteries. So we're in the RV. We have a couple of batteries, Battleborn batteries. We have 650 watts of solar on top of the RV that we charge the batteries with. And I have a 300 watt inverter that I plug this in with, and it just works great. We've been really happy with it. And this is the first test out in the forest. And we did find that we had to find an open meadow area so that we could get a good signal. But it's working really well. Yeah, we're in the big time now, Badge. And I think somebody up top here said that they also had it. I think it was, I lost it now. Fairy Dust is here. Good morning, Bernae. Thanks for stopping in. And did I see Paula? Paula's here. Good morning, Paula. Thank you for stopping in. Paula, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, and because it's about, gee whiz, what's the temperature here? Hey, Siri, what's the weather here right now? Oh, wake up, Siri. Hey, Siri, what's the weather here now?
Okay. I found this on the web for what's the weather here.
She's not doing her job. Hey, Siri, what's the weather?
It's currently clear and 70 degrees. Temperatures are heading down from 72 degrees to 57 degrees tonight.
Now that's cold. That's cold for a old desert guy. But I think it's going to be in the high 90s back in Marana. But we're wearing our hoodies and we're enjoying the cool weather. Naj is here. Good morning, Naj. Yeah, I'm really happy with it, Badge. It's working really well. Now we basically took it out of the house, threw everything in the RV, and I plugged it in and ran an app. And I'm doing a video on that, on how I set it up. And it's working great. It just picks right up. There's Tanya. That's my sister. She's watching from northeastern Iowa. If she's not on vacation, I think she's back home again. Yanai. Okay, Yanai is here. Good morning, Yanai. Thank you very much for stopping in. Thank you, Bernae. Appreciate the support. There's Diane Phoenix. Good morning, Diane. And we have Karen from Exploring Canada. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for stopping in. Karen has a great channel. She's up there in Canada and she does a lot of videos on touring the area and some of the tourist areas there. And, as a person that hadn't been up in Canada, it's really interesting to watch her videos. And she does a great job narrating them. I really enjoy how she does her videos. Okay, got to run. Toolbox is calling. Just came in to say hi. Good. Thank you, Bash, for popping in. Don't work too hard, buddy. Work, that's a 4-letter word. So Marshall's saying, I wonder if Starlink or Elon will come out with his own mobile phone service. Very likely he will. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, Diane, that's all right. I'm just glad you're here, Diane. No worries. Cruising down through. There's Lillian. Good morning, Lillian. Thank you very much for coming in. Sandra's curious. Diane, how many do you mod for? Diane is everywhere. I see her in a lot of those lives. Oh, Diane says 46. Yeah, and she's very good too. You don't want to mess around in a live when Diane is there. She'll take care of you. Yeah, it is a nice view. Let me see if I can pick up and walk around a little bit and show you guys what it looks like. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I'll just take a walk around now. Now we're working on Wi-Fi. I have the Starlink antenna hooked up inside, and there's a Wi-Fi box. Tanya's back home. That's good. And again, we're just sitting out in a meadow out in the forest, and here we are talking to you over Starlink. So let's take a walk here and see. I'm going to pick you up and walk you around a little bit. I'm on my laptop. So there's the, I'm going to turn this around. There's the trees. A lot of grass up here right now. There's Roy and Becky over there and their pups. There's our fire pit. Fire pit when you're out camping is always good to sit around and have conversation at night. There's our rig right there. And wait a second. I think I see someone back there.
Admiring our artwork.
Oh, yeah. There's Roy.
My artwork.
Oh, Roy has some artwork back there. Oh, that's when you got stuck in the mud, huh? I have that video. We can show them that. So here comes Roy from Roy and Becky's Travels. We had a challenging time getting into our campsite, huh, Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had quite a bit of mud. And there's Becky. Good morning, Becky.
Morning.
Good morning. And I hear the pups. Who's talking back there?
That's Moose.
That's Moose. Cool.
Because Mom's out of his sight.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to try ours outside too.
Yeah, that'll be good. So Roy and Becky are going live right after we finish at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going to be using the same setup here. They're going to connect via Wi-Fi, and they're going to go live on our Starlink. And then we'll see how it works for them too. So you guys are thinking about getting one as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it would work pretty good for you being full-time nomads, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Got us
Yeah.
deeper in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
You
is
don't
the
need
closest
cell
we-
phone service for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the closest we've been to Kendrick Peak camping.
Yeah. It's a beautiful area out here. And because we're about, 7.5 miles from town, from the freeway. So we don't get a lot of people through here. Few.
Yeah, 40's 10 that way. I don't know what it is that way.
Yeah, I think it's 2.5 miles to the pavement that way, but
180, yeah.
yeah. But let me do a 360 around the rig here.
Yeah, we're gonna go get ready.
Okay.
So the worst part is the bye days.
Yeah, we're going to be moving later today, heading back to the heat of Marana. So there's the front. There's the front of the rig right there, and you can see that white box sitting there. That's the Wi-Fi box, and that's just sitting in the windshield there. And that's how I'm talking to you. And then I'm going to turn this way. You see that? Yeah, let me get around here. I'm going to show you the antenna. Let's see if I can find it here. It's hard to see in the sun. So I'm still connected here. There is a white antenna back there somewhere. Back behind me. Anyway, it's out in the middle of this meadow. And that's where we're picking up the signal. Yeah, there it is. I see it right over top of my head there. That's what we're picking the signal up from the Starlink network up above. And that's what we had to do. Now, when you're camping in the trees, you know, if you're inside the trees and sitting in the shade, you've got to have your Starlink antenna out in an open area in order for it to work. So we actually relocated here and got a much better signal, and we've been using it for about 6 or 7 days, and it's worked really well. Look at those clouds up there. Okay, let me catch up on the comments here. Hopefully that worked out okay. All right, so Lillian went after some coffee. I could use some too. Everybody talking about M22. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Maybe you should put a "Don't Tread on Me" flag on your Starlink. Yeah, that's a kind of a worry of it getting run over, but you have to be careful where you put it. It's got 75 feet of cable that runs out to it. Good morning, Kaz. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here, Kaz. Appreciate it. All right, so I have a couple videos to show you here. Isn't that cool? That's a drone video of our campsite right here. And that was right after we got some pretty heavy rain, and you can see the mud where we got stuck there. And this is the recovery of the stuck Bobby, where Roy and Becky were coming back from town and got stuck in the mud. Let me show you that real quick. So yeah, we got him out of there. I have my Jeep that I tow behind the RV, and it has four-wheel drive, and so we made pretty short work of that. It worked out just fine. That was the artwork that Roy was showing you. Lillian has a Jeep. Yeah, Rubicon is a nice one for sure. Yeah, poor Bobby. Bobby made it okay though. And Roy says that was fun actually. Yeah, it was some gooey mud for sure. Oh, Kaz is over in the UK. I support many communities, so busy doing that, so I don't have my own content. Well, thanks, Kaz. We're sure happy you're here. Yeah, Jeeps are, you know what the acronym for Jeep is, right? Look at that. It says, I need a Jeep, Tracy says. Just empty every pocket. That's what the Jeep means. This one back here I've had for many years, and I've modified it quite a bit. Let me see that one right there. It's a 2003, and I put lockers in it, heavy duty axles, lift kit, new fenders, a winch on the front, which we use to pull Bobby out of the mud. But that's my my play vehicle, and you know, to do modifications is pretty expensive. But when I do that, I keep the vehicle until the wheels fall off. Oh, we have Claymere here. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Saying hello to everyone. All right. Looks like they're talking about a meetup. Yeah, thanks, Tracy. Really enjoy it. So Lillian says, yeah, Jeep has a lot of history. 7 wars on 7 continents. That's what the front grille stands for. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Gracie is cleaning up Jacques' hair, vacuuming the RV since I'm hooked up to electricity. All right, so So Starlink's working pretty well, it appears like, so I'm happy about that. As part of our camping here, we share some food around the campfire, and Ray actually is really good at campfire cooking and using pots that he has collected over the years. And here he is cooking for us the other night. We had some beans and ham hocks. That was delicious. We had that last night. I think he cooked it about 4 hours over the fire, and you have to tend it and keep it going. And it's a lot of work, and boy, was it delicious. Yep, cowboy style. All right, Box Fan D is here. Thanks, Steve, for coming in. Appreciate you being here. For new folks in the chat, go check out Box Fan D's channel. She is a nomad with a box fan, and she has a great channel, shares her life and her experiences, and we just love her to death. Ava was under the weather there, and she's back in the saddle doing her lives again, so that's good to see her out there. Ava, that was really cool to see your flutes this morning. Just love flutes. It's a very unique sound. Yeah, Naj, she is awesome. Thank you, Fairy Dust, for putting Box Fan D's link in there. Oh, that's all right, Ava. So Kaz from the UK is looking, does anyone know where I can get a cowboy hat, black or blue? A real cowboy hat. I'm not sure. I mean, we have them for sale all over Arizona. Okay, Ann is here. She just popped in. Good morning, Ann. Ann has a channel with her pugs. I call her the Pug Mama. No, I missed you, Dee. I was walking around showing off the Starlink setup here, so I guess I missed you coming in. Sorry about that, but appreciate you being here. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate it. And there's Ashley. Ashley stopped in. Good morning, Ashley. Thanks for joining us. So what else is going on? Well, sadly, we're packing up, heading back to Marana later on, and back to the heat, but I guess that's okay. We sure enjoyed our time up here with Roy and Becky and their pups, and camping up here in the forest has just been a great experience. We love to do that, especially when it's cool and in the 70s during the day, and then we're actually kicking the heater on at night for a little while to stay warm. Okay, Ashley's been working on her house and listening. Yeah, maybe online it might be your best way to get a cowboy hat over to the UK. Probably be the cheapest way to get it. I just love this area here. This is just fantastic. So Lillian says, I'm getting excited for a rod run in Long Beach, Washington. Cool. All right, let me share. I just purchased new software for making videos. And so I put this together a couple days ago. It's Filmora, and I'm learning how to use it. And this is one of the first creations that I've made.
Awesome!
And here's another one. What do you guys think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Filmora has a lot of stuff. I just, in the past, have used iMovie, which is a free app that you get with your phone and all the Mac stuff. And so many people use Filmora that I just started playing around with it. And I went ahead and bought a version of it and been learning it. It's a lot to learn. Tracy says, I always loved going up there in the summer when I was a kid in Tucson. Yeah. So down in Tucson and Phoenix, it's really hot in the summertime. And what you need for cool weather is to get up in elevation. And so we're up between 6,800 to 8,000 feet as you drive around up here, and it really makes a difference. Oh, thank you, James. Hey, I can play one of these for you, James.
Awesome!
All right. James is the first one. Thank you very much. Super sticker. Appreciate it, James. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Love you all. It looks nice there. It is nice, Kaz. I don't know if I know anybody from the UK that is a content creator. It would be interesting to see some of the area in the UK. I understand it. I guess it rains a lot there. Okay, so Marshall, you're using Filmora also. Yeah, I'm really beginning to like it. There's a lot of content a lot of things you can create there. And if you want to go simple, you can go simple, Do you guys get text messages from politicians? I'm still getting those, and the primary is done, and we have some time before the elections, and I'm still getting text messages. What's up?
I didn't notice you had another chair over here.
Yeah, I got a chair for you. There we go.
I think you're set up.
Yeah, it's kind of ad lib. So what time we got? I'm 35 minutes into it. You're starting right at the top of the hour. So everyone, when you run over to Roy and Becky's Travels, make sure you put in Desert Raid. Okay, so Karen's using Filmora too, and you use it too, right? Yeah, you like it?
Filmora.
Yeah.
I think it's relatively simple to use.
Yeah.
Kind of self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. There's a lot more to it than iMovie has. iMovie, if you've never played with that, it's just real bare bones.
Mm.
Filmora is a lot. They all have about the same setup. As far as the timeline and dumping your
Yeah.
videos in the timeline and adding titles and things like that. And then Filmora has got a lot of emojis and things that you can throw in there. And I actually did a video on setting up Starlink, which you helped me with. One thing that I wasn't clear on, which Roy helped me with, was how much energy does Starlink use when you're plugged in and you're boondocking? So we brought you Jackery over, we plugged in Starlink and powered it up, and we had anywhere from 20 to 60 some watts while it was running. And so, if you're running on solar and batteries, you obviously don't want to kill your batteries. And so you have to know what kind of load. James is saying, who is Roy and Becky? Such a joker. Okay, Kaz is taking off. Yeah, Naj is saying hello to James. So is Tracy.
Great crew.
Some areas not as much rain they usually get in the UK, hurting the crops. Okay. Windswept Robert is a UK creator. Okay, so here's a potential channel. Drone operator from Scotland flies his Mini 2 called Lassie into some interesting predicaments. Good thing she's a tough little lassie. Oh, that sounds interesting. Windswept Robert. I have to check him out. I was asking if you follow anybody from the UK?
Oh, we follow a lot from Scotland
Scotland
UK area.
Yeah.
A lot from Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one place I want to go.
Yeah.
It's a bucket list item.
Yeah. Very hot, muggy, or raining, Cass says. She's over in the UK.
That comment got me wondering. I wonder what's happening to the crops around here with all the monsoons.
Yeah, it could be.
I haven't heard any damage going on yet. But...
Well, down in the Marana area, they flood irrigate down there. So rain is not as critical down in Marana as it is in a lot of areas of the country, like where you guys were from back in Indiana. They depend on the rain, right? For farmers do, and they do up in Iowa too, where my sister Tanya lives. So I don't think it's quite as critical here in Arizona.
Well, too much rain's bad.
Too much rain is definitely bad. Yeah.
That's because what I'm wondering if there's any damages of hail or they got some pretty good hail yesterday all day down in Willard Springs.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I haven't heard any crop damage going on yet.
Yeah, that's a good point because they have schedules where they flood irrigate, and they stick on those schedules, and then when you get a good heavy rain, I've seen those fields down in Marana actually flood and overflow the banks down there. So
wheat's really bad. Wheat's wanted to get beat down with the rain. Back home it did.
I think they just brought the wheat in Marana just about 3 weeks ago, so they probably are okay there. And then they're planting cotton down there right now in the same field. So. All right, so Karen says I used Adobe Premiere Pro, but prefer Filmora for my YouTube videos.
I tried Adobe.
Yeah,
I went back to Filmora. Adobe it looked like a great program, but I was just so used to Filmora, I had a hard time figuring it out. So I just went back to Filmora.
Yeah, and I was a little apprehensive about using Filmora versus iMovie, but I figure I'll try a video or two and see if I can figure it out and see how it works. And I always have iMovie as a backup if I need to do something like quick, and I know that real well. But again, it's just very basic,
Mm-hmm.
very basic program. Oh, okay. Rob on the Road is from the UK too, Naj says.
Yeah. Hitch Up and Tow.
Hitch Up and Tow is also over there.
Oh, the van guy. Oh my gosh. Can't remember his name now. And Smitty Cronkite? Smitty, he's over in UK too.
Okay. So there's quite a few. I have to look them up.
He was our first UK sticker recipient.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Canada is a beautiful country. Vandita Travels is up there. Paul is up there. Land Cloud Adventures. Nate is visiting.
Oh yeah, he's still up there.
Yeah, he's still up there, but I think he's gonna be heading back here pretty soon.
Better. Snow's about to fly up there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that white stuff.
Yeah,
that's the stuff we try to stay away from.
I didn't know this, but they close all this during the snow.
I saw the gates, on each end there, and I suppose they just lock them up when the snow flies, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it says on Google Maps 171 closed winters.
Oh.
I wondered if they plowed up here.
Probably not. Although the road is pretty good. They've been bringing material in, and
yeah.
But as just like anything, it gets potholes in it. More people drive on it, so hopefully they'll maintain it and keep it decent. It's no fun hitting all the potholes when you're going through.
No, it's like a bombed out runway.
Yeah.
Of course, your road's way worse, though. I'd drive on this road before I would yours.
Yeah, we have a pretty bad road there where we live. And we have people that deliver stuff out to our neighborhood, and we can hear them coming a mile away because they're hitting all the potholes. And then you get somebody that comes out there the first time and they're like, wow, that road. What's up with that road?
Yeah, I hear people complaining about roads back home. I said, yeah, that road's smooth. Come out here to Arizona. I'll take you on a road you want to complain about.
Yeah, that's for sure. Boondocking with Boomer. That's right. He's from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome's up there. Chrome puts out a lot of content. He's the master of
Badge.
Yeah, Badge. Yeah, Badge is up there. And Badge has helped Paula a lot with her rig. And
hoping he comes down to Q this winter. I'd like to meet him.
I'm not sure if he is. I haven't heard. Forestry Forest. So Karen up there says she has Scottish Terriers. And I think she travels around to different dog shows. I think she was down in the States a number of times going to dog shows.
I have a shirt that says Scottish Roots.
Yeah.
It's got Scottish Roots. It's a tree, Scottish Roots.
Uh-huh.
With the Scottish flag in the roots, and it turns into an American flag.
Oh, cool.
And it says American raised.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, we're all from other places. My family was from Germany on my dad's side. And on his mother's side, they were from Sweden. That's where I get this hair. This white hair is from Sweden.
Mine too. I got a little Sweden in me.
Yeah. And so most everybody's family is from somewhere. And that's really what makes our country great, I think, is the diversity of our culture. But, you do have to monitor that, and you do have to keep track of who's coming into your country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure we're doing a good job of that right now. Okay, yeah, he's Canadian. Yeah, yeah. Washboard Road. The road that we live on was originally built, I don't know, 25 years ago, and they just threw some gravel down on it, bladed it, and they haven't done a whole lot with it except throw some patches down. But we are on the list to be repaved next year.
Their
So
patches have patches that have patches.
yeah,
And there's even patches that have patches that have patches that even have even more patches.
that's right. And if you want to test your suspension, you drive down the road there, and we're located in the Ironwood Forest National Monument. So you think a national monument would have decent roads, but not ours. It's a county road, and the county has been neglecting roads out there for quite some time. But
y'all got great bicycle trails.
yeah, we got good bicycle trails. Yeah, yeah. That's for the couple thousand people that ride bicycles. Well, 3 million of us.
I seen what you were talking about.
Yeah,
right
3 million of us have to drive the roads.
I'd start driving the bicycle trails.
Yeah, what you need really is like a motorcycle, not a dirt bike, but something that can handle potholes that you can zip around.
Mm-hmm.
Is really the best way to get around with potholes. But they are working on it. The county's got 64 million in the budget this year for roads, and they have started them. So
that's a big chunk of change for some roads.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if we get a new road, we're probably going to have a lot of visitors out there in our area. As the road improves, people will be out taking the Sunday drives and checking the place out. So I think we're still connected. All right, so we're coming up on 47 minutes, so we got just 10 minutes or so, and Roy and Becky are going to go
check, make sure everything's working. We're going to use our phone today, do something a little different.
Okay, so we'll see you at the top of the hour then.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right, thanks for stopping in, Roy.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, Tracy, she is on YouTube, and she has a great channel there. She does very interesting videos that she shows around. She travels around Canada and checks out some places up there, and she does some great videos. And I like the way she narrates them. They're really, really well done. Yeah. Not sure if she's still in the chat, but she's definitely worth subscribing to. Nosh says, yeah, Van City Adventure, Van Life Plus, they're both from Canada. Yeah, look for Exploring Canada info. Okay, that's her channel, Exploring Canada info. If someone finds it and wants to drop a link, feel free to do that. Let me see if I can look for it. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that. So Tracy just dropped a link on Exploring Canada. And that's Karen up there. So if you don't know her, and definitely check her out. All right, James. So you were talking about heading down here to Arizona. Is that quartzite, James, that you're thinking about? Because I think we'll be there in January. All right. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that. Now, James has a channel too, and last time I stopped by, he was doing some cooking, and James and Roy and Becky have been friends for a long time, have known each other for many years and support each other. So, James, what do you have going on nowadays? Anything? Oh, okay. You're going to be at courtside. That's good. So, James, I think a lot of us meet up at the circle there in the long-term area on the south end down there. Is that where you're going to be? Because that one requires a little bit of money to camp there, depending on how long you're going to stay. But they do have a dump station. They have water, and what else do they have? Trash. You can. They have trash pickup down there. Okay, nothing yet. M22 to be next video. Travel videos. Okay, James is doing travel videos and going to M22, which I believe is up in Michigan, right? That's a pretty big get together. A lot of Canadians come down. Still working on my coffee. Okay, James, you're going to be there for 6 months. Cool. So I think Roy and Becky are going to be over there too. I think they're going to wait probably till snow flies up here in the mountains before they start heading south. But that's the nice thing about being full-time nomads is they can travel and move whenever the time is right, and they follow the weather. Yep, in Michigan, right. Yeah, I agree, Marshall. Karen has a great channel. She does high quality videos, and you can learn a lot about Canada. She does great. There's Christina from Dyson's Crazy Adventures. Good morning, Christina. Thanks for popping in. Christina, we're here using Starlink hooked up to the RV, and we're coming to you from the Coconino National Forest outside of Flagstaff. And so this is a good test. And Roy and Becky will be coming up live here in a few minutes. They're setting up now. So we'll jump over there and join them. And they're going to be using the live stream through Starlink as well. All right, so James is going full time also. All right. So that's a good place to start, James, is down in the wintertime, starting down here in Arizona. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're heading home today. We've been up here for about 7-8 days, hanging out with Roy and Becky. Had a great time with them. Shared some fire, which is always good, and played with their pups and had a good time and broke bread together, and that's always good. Yeah, Naj, I agree with you there, Naj. Okay, Christina's catching up. All right, so Tracy's thinking one of these days she'll be full-time. And we kind of like having a home base, especially watching folks, a lot of nomads suffered through the pandemic. They were stuck in place because they were closing a lot of the campgrounds and areas. I don't think the boondockers had much trouble, but a lot of those nomads are sitting in houses now because they got kind of freaked out over what was happening. But you can certainly move where you want to. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, that's the plan. So, Tracy, what are you planning on getting for a vehicle? Are you going to be in a van or a trailer or an RV? What are you thinking of doing? Oh, Sandra says it's my dream to be a full-time nomad. You know, and the people that I've met, like Roy and Becky, that are nomads, you know, everything they have is right there in their rig, back behind me there. You know, right back there, everything they own is right there. They carry with them everywhere they go. So it's not a really expensive lifestyle. You're not paying for a campground when you're out boondocking and in a national forest or BLM areas. And it's a pretty good way of life. Now it does have its challenges. You know, you have to pay attention to your water and your batteries and things like that. And you have to be able to fix things, but it certainly is doable. Okay, that's right. Tracy is looking at a 93 Fleetwood if we can get it running. And I think you said it had pretty low mileage. James is getting a travel trailer in September, going to be pulled by a Ford Flex. That sounds like a good. That Ford Flex, I think, is a van, right, James? And that would be great for traveling to pack the van with, and then live in the camp trailer. There's Grandma Kelly's. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We're getting ready to wrap up here in a couple minutes, and then join Roy and Becky's travels at the top of the hour. They're going live here in just a few minutes. Everybody's saying Grandma Kelly's catching up, saying hi. So I hope everybody has a great week. We certainly have had a great time with Roy and Becky up here and in the forest, enjoying the cool weather, doing some hiking and a little bit of exploring and just relaxing. And we'll be heading back later today to our home base, and then we'll be setting up for the next adventure. Oh, it's a big SUV, all-wheel drive, pulls up to 9,000 pounds. Okay. Sounds like a great vehicle to full-time in. All right, folks, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in. Really appreciate the support. And it looks like Starlink is a thumbs up. What do you guys think? I think so. I think we like this. I think we're going to keep it. So thanks for being here. Don't forget, Roy and Becky's Travels is coming right up.